Wow. Wow. Who would have thought Sydney FC would lose this match? Think about it. Who would have thought Sydney FC would lose this match? Because they lost this match to Central Coast Mariners by 2 goals. It was Sydney FC 0, Central Coast Mariners 2. This weekend's rounds of fixture is starting off on a surprising note, I must say. I didn't see this coming. Not at all. I didn't see this coming. I thought Sydney FC, I'd given Sydney FC this match, and it didn't turn out to what I had expected. So let's see what happened in this match. Let's get it started, okay? Let's talk about tournament news. So what was happening in the tournament before this match? You know that the Central Coast Mariners has not even won this encounter in their last 7 times they met. These two teams have met. The Central Coast Mariners have not won. So everything points to Sydney FC to win this one. But it wasn't meant to be. Coincidentally, or how do I say it? Both teams played the Western Sydney Wanderers in their last games. In their last game, the Sydney FC drew 1-1 with Western Sydney Wanderers, but the Central Coast Mariners lost by a lone goal to them. So it was kind of surprised. Everything was tinting towards Sydney FC to get this one. But it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. We'll move to the match itself. For match news, Sydney FC have been doing well. They've not been spectacular themselves. They've been, getting by, but they have been showing us good play. I think they still hold on to the championship, being the champion. The championship spirit is still with them. But for the Central Coast Mariners, they lost their last match, like I said, to Western Sydney Wanderers. So they were looking to bounce back in this game. I just didn't give them a chance, but they surprised me. They surprised everyone in this one. I didn't give them a chance. So we move to the match moment. So how did they even get along in this match? So first thing first, let's look at the formation. The Sydney FC were playing 4-2-2-2-2 with Barbarouches leading the attack. Seeing him, the 30-year-old striker, who's a veteran in this sport, I thought, they have somebody wonderful up front. They should be able to get their goals. For the Central Coast Mariners, Carl wasn't starting this one. They had the Oliru, Bowman, and Simon to start up front. And Stensnes, who's been wonderful, also started. Tonyik who's been a mainstay in their defense this season, was also starting. The Silva, who's been impressing, also started. And then there's a diminutive Nisbet, who kept his place in the team. So the match got underway, and in the first 10 minutes, it was Sydney FC showing their prowess here and there, especially on using the right, trying to get Barbarouche. Barbarouche did get a wonderful chance early on. I think that would have been crucial. If he had scored that goal, that would have been crucial. But I guess his miss signifies what was going to be in this match. I think that miss then signifies to everybody that that match was going to be one where the front line of the Sydney Wanderers were going to be wasteful, because they had a lot of chance in this one and they were pretty wasteful. So after that chance, they created some more, but didn't get any. The Central Coast Mariners also had a very good defensive line. I think they did a wonderful work concerning their compactness to contain the way the Sydney FC were going to attack. Seeing the attack of the Sydney FC, the way they were set up, the um, uh, the Central Coast Mariners decided to. If you look at the back four there, they are the ones in black. If you look at the back four there, they were not on the wings. They were quite compact between themselves, but not far from each other, and they stayed close to each other so they could contain the attack of the Sydney Wanderers whenever they are attacking with their numbers. Because with this type of formation, that means they would have 4 man in the attack every time, and that's what it was. Every time they attacked, they had 4 man up front who could attack with them for them. They had Bratton and Rutri staying in the midfield to get the ball back in case they lose the ball. And but this wonderful way the Central Coast Mariners set up themselves, made sure they also have enough numbers at the back to contain the attack every time it comes. But I would say the main problem for the Sydney FC was they were just wasteful. Their final kick or final touch to get the ball into the back of the net just wasn't there for them today. And that was their story in this match. It was pretty surprising, but that was the story. So let's get on with it. After the first 10 minutes, the Central Coast Mariners grew into the game. They passed the ball more. They were controlling the match while the Sydney Wanderers, while the Sydney FC was reacting to whatever the Central Coast Mariners was bringing. But I didn't see much in the attack of the Central Coast Mariners. I guess it's because of how compact they were in their defense. Because if you look at just again the number of people, this is all of them in their half, and this is when the Central Coast Sydney FC is attacking. They just have Simon up front, and then Bowman, who was doing the um, pressing up front. He couldn't do it alone, so the Sydney FC had enough time to spread the ball down to their wings. So look at when they are attacking, they just have 2 of their central defender at the back. The other 2, which is the left back and the right back, are way on the wing, on the flanks, to get the ball out to the front line, and that was how they kept on playing. But sitting back this way for the Central Coast Mariners helped them to contain the balls from the flanks and the ball getting to the midfield. Although there were some chances where there were some time where the ball was slotted past the last defender. Tonyuk in this game was good. He saved them. There was one chance in this game where Sydney FC could have gone off, could have scored, but Tonki was there. Hope I'm not murdering his name. Tonyuk, yeah. Tonyuk was there to clear the line, and that chance wasn't meant to be for the Sydney Wanderers. For the Sydney Wanderers, they started a bit slow, but they got back into the game. They created chances. In the first half, it was a bit of mismatch for me. I was looking at the match because Central Coast Mariners were more into the game, passing the ball around, getting control of the possession, whereas the Sydney Wanderers, the Sydney FC, I mean to say, Sydney FC were the ones creating the chances, giving us the highlight of the game. So that was how the story of the first half went. No, but then I was looking at the match and I was wondering where is the goal going to come from for the Central Coast Mariners, because they were not just very how do I say it, very present each time they go up to attack. I was wondering, are they going to score? But eventually, they did score. But that was after Sydney FC had wasted numerous chances. The first goal came after a bit of time. That's up. For me, I thought the Blues, if they had done better, they have scored at least one of their chances. Could have changed the momentum of this match, but that didn't happen. And in the second half, they came in also, and they scored, but it was ruled out for after a VAR check. That VAR check decision was very crucial. I thought it should have been a goal, because even when the line was drawn, I was still like, this is close. But I don't know much. I'm not a referee, but they ruled out for an offside. Barbaros was offside. If that had counted, the match would have gone to 1-1, because Central Coast Mariners had scored in the first half have scored in the second half through an own goal from one of the Sydney FC defenders. Was just outside of the play. Outside of play, it wasn't as though that the Central Coast Mariners were really pressing in the attack. I think the main reason why Central Coast Mariners had a bit of the possession in that first half was because the forward for City Wanderers were not pressing enough. We're not pressing them down we're not pressing the back line of the Central Coast Mariners to try and get the ball from them to start the attack like that with them. But because they gave them chances, they were able to pass the ball. But then in the final third, the Central Coast Mariners were not just connecting. Their last passes in the final third were not connecting. So they were not really testing the goalkeeper. They didn't have any clear-cut chances per se. So leading by 1-0 was helping them, but Sydney FC was doing more in that game. And I thought if they had scored that goal if that decision from the VAR was not so, say that goal has stood, it would have been 1-1, and it would have had a different game. But that wasn't meant to be. And then in the 66th minute, the Central Coast Mariners decided to change their front line, and they brought in Cole, and he had an impact. He came in and scored off a ricochet. But before that goal, I think Stennis won. The midfielder had won the ball. The Central Coast midfielder won the ball, and the midfield was approaching the boss 18 off the Sydney FC, and the defender, the midfielder, was trolling, just jogging after him. And that led to the scrabble that happened, and then the ball ricocheted to Curl, and he just took it. And I didn't blame any of the defenders. I blame that midfielder who was strolling back. Yeah, I think he should have done better. If he had done better by closing down that ball before he got to the defenders, maybe they wouldn't have been a second goal, because after that second goal, I think the Central Coast Mariners knew we had, now they have an hold on this game and they're not going to lose from this point. And so they became more compact. They defended really well, and they got the win. No thanks to Sydney FC. No thanks to Sydney FC. I would say no thanks to Sydney FC. I think they wasted a lot of chances. Prior to Carl coming in and scoring the goal, Sydney FC could say they dominated in the second half, trying to look for the equalizer. They created some chances, but also in creating their chances, their final play um, were not very impressive. Like I said at the beginning of this um, um, broadcast, I said they have been good but not spectacular. I think if their decisions in their last decision before taking the shot or had been better, they would have had chance of equalizing, but it wasn't better. Some crosses were coming in. They weren't just, for me, it wasn't just spectacular. They tried. I give them kudos for trying, but just not spectacular. And I'd emphasized that they will be spectacular, but it wasn't so. But they could also have some, how do you say, some worry about the referee's performance. I think the referee had a good game overall, but um, after the VAR incident in the 52nd minute, they also had some, like in the 58th minute, where they should have gotten a corner and the referee ruled for a goal kick to the Central Coast Mariners. The ball, the last touch was from Tonic. I thought it should have been a corner kick, but it was ruled out. It was ruled for a goal kick. But I like their spirit, the spirit of the Sydney FC, even with the fact that that didn't go to, according to, didn't go in their favor. They still carried on. They didn't argue much with the referee. So it was good to see the sportsmanship. But I think these little decisions also cost them, because a corner kick would have been a chance to score. You know, there was a low cross in the 60th minute that I thought should have been a pass in the box 18. If that had been a pass, there were upcoming midfielders that would have slotted that in the net. It reminds me of Chelsea's Frank Lampard. You know, bring the ball. If you pass the ball instead of crossing it right in front of the goalkeeper, maybe the goalkeeper wouldn't have had the chance of getting the ball. The goalkeeper of Central Coast Mariners, who I will not lie, also had a good game. That is Birikiti. Oh, I hope I didn't murder that. I'm just getting to know all these guys. I've been watching the A League. This is my second season. Like, let's say I don't really know most of the players' name. I know some really popular ones, but not everyone. And I think by doing this, I'll get better at knowing them and how to pronounce their name. People struggle calling my name. If I'm struggling calling your name, it's not that I mean to be bad. It's just accent. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. So that was how it went down in the second half. After that second goal from Cole, he had another chance. He had another chance to score after some nibble and some dribbles, but it was straight to the goalkeeper. I think he should have passed to his co-striker. He would have, who was in a better position anyways. If he had passed the ball, maybe we would have been talking about 3 goals instead of 2 goals. But he didn't do that. He took the shot. He's a striker. He has to believe in himself. But it was straight down to the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper got that. So after that, that was pretty much it. The match from what I could see, was over. And after the second goal, the Central Coast Mariners got their confidence. They controlled a bit of the match. They were not really looking to attack anymore. I think they were just more into keeping possession, and that's how the match ended. I think the Sydney FC coach will look at this match and work on his forward on the way they attack. If they do a bit of that, I think they'll be okay for the season and still have the championship spirit, the champion spirit, and I wish them well in this one. For the Central Coast Mariners, they are now top of the log, and I wish them luck in their playing style. I wish them luck. They are a real fighter. Yeah. If I can say anything, if I can't say anything about them, I can say they are a real fighter. And I've got one of their jerseys now. I like the fighting spirit. Different team in this tournament with different character, and I'm showing them different character on the pitch, and I'm learning from each one of them, seeing them play. So this one is a wrap. It's a lovely one. Thank you for watching. Please comment and please follow me. I'll be doing more match reaction. Please, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and at FK Emma on Twitter. So that's it. Thank you for staying with me. God bless. Thank you for your time. Take care. God bless. Ciao.